Good morning. James 1:5-6 says, if any of you lacks wisdom, you should ask God, who gives generously to all without finding fault. But when you ask, you must believe and not doubt, for whoever doubts is like a wave of the sea that is tossed and driven by the wind. Asking God for wisdom is always the first act of gaining wisdom. We always ask for cars and houses and land and riches and a lot of our own personal desires. But we need wisdom in order to maintain it. The word says, in all thy getting, get an understanding. When we ask God, He sees us and He knows us, and He knows the very true intentions of our hearts. We can hide nothing from Him. When we ask, we must also do one thing that's super important, and that is believe. When we study Gideon in the book of Judges, God asked Gideon to deliver Israel from the Midianites. And yes, Gideon, he had all of these excuses. He was like, who am I? My family they aren't rich. I'm the lowest and the weakest of my clan. But God said, but I will be with you. Gideon yet still asked for confirmations. Now, is it wrong to ask for confirmations? No, because when there are times when we have things that come upon us or situational things, especially when lives are at stake, yes, it's good to be sure and to be very sure. When your family and things are concerned, it's nice. You want to be sure when you're making these tough decisions. That's why the scripture says that you should be sure so that you're not tossed like an angry wave. You don't want to be tossed. You don't want to be wavering in your belief system. You don't want to be wavering in your faith. But God said, I will be with you. So when you're asking for wisdom, ask with pure intentions, ask with a pure heart. God is faithful to give you answers and give you the guidance that you need. We should make it a practice to have that assurance in God. Believe Him. Trust Him. When you ask for wisdom, believe. He said, I will be with you. Hear Him when He tells you to turn left. Hear Him when He tells you to turn right. Hear Him when He tells you to turn all the way around.